In college, a while ago now, I got into a relationship with a guy. He was fine until he quote-unquote found Jesus. He quickly went crazy, claiming demons spoke to him, trying to buy weapons from shady friends we had, fantasizing about how he would hurt people, and becoming incredibly controlling and physically abusive, nearly killing me a few times. Needless to say, I got the heck out of there. After a few threats and really crazy behaviors, he left me alone for a while, and I thought that was it. I was heading to my dorm after a meeting one night when I decided to pass it and go to the student union, which was right down the street, to get some ice cream. As I passed the dorm, I heard steps behind me. I turned around and I thought I saw someone in a white shirt tucked behind a big signboard. I kept walking, listening carefully. I heard something move and whipped around again. There, a person his size staring at me from behind a tree. I couldn't see very well, but it really looked like him. I was mildly freaked out by then, but just walked a little bit faster. I'd hear the occasional footsteps and breathing behind me, but I didn't dare stop or let on that I knew someone, probably him, was there. I knew he owned a gun and would likely put a bullet into me given the chance. He was that psycho and upset that I dared to break up with him. I walked all the way to the union and got some ice cream and just sat there in the store eating it, unwilling to go back out into the unlit street in case it was my crazy armed ex. I still hadn't mustered the nerve to head back when my phone buzzed. My heart just about fell out of my chest when I saw the message. It was some of my friends, a sweet couple. They'd been walking way behind me when they saw something that alarmed them enough to text me. "Your ex is walking around the street." They called me before I could even text them back. "Where are you? Your ex is prowling around here near your dorm. He was coming back from the direction of the union. I think he had a gun. Was he with you? What's going on?" Panicked, I assured them that I had not been with him, but somebody who looked like him had been following me, and I was at the union and was too scared to go back alone. They practically yelled at me to stay there and not go anywhere, and that they were coming. A few minutes later, they came running into the union, breathless, eyes wide, asking me why he was by my dorm and what had happened. This was possibly what scared me most of all. The boyfriend, who is a black belt in karate and is never scared, looked absolutely terrified. He was coiled into some kind of fighting stance and looked around wildly, afraid that my ex would appear with his gun. They told me they were taking me back to my dorm and calling the police. They sandwiched me between them and we walked back to my dorm as quickly as we dared. The boyfriend walking in front and yelling into the darkness that my ex had better not try anything. I let the two of them into my dorm and we went up to my room, where my roommates put in a frantic call to the police. As we peeked out the windows facing the street inside of the dorm, there he was, lurking in the trees to the side of the dorm looking up. A streetlight reflected something in his hand, something shiny. I saw him tug at the .22 I realized he was carrying and look up. We locked eyes and I saw something, this kind of rage in his eyes that froze me. In that moment I knew he really was out to kill me, and my friends and I had foiled him this time. He quickly turned and ran away through the trees. We didn't know whether he would come back and try to break in or something, so we called the police again, and lo and behold, sirens within minutes and officers with guns drawn combing the area. They caught him a few hours later, still with the .22 in hand. He confessed he was indeed going to kill me if he had the chance, but he didn't want to take pot shots at me with my friends there. Apparently, since I had broken up with him, I was given over to Satan, and he had a duty to make sure I died and went to hell. Of course, he went to jail and later to a mental hospital, and I moved out of that dorm a week later. I just couldn't live with the thought that he could break out and come after me again. I got some cop friends to keep an eye on my roommates until they could move out too. I have really never been the same after that. I was so afraid and paranoid for years and years. Now I can be out and about without any fear, but I still have nightmares about him staring at me through the trees, gun in hand and rage in his eyes.